road. We just finished loading. It is a lot later than we were hoping. It's 5 o'clock. We wanted to be on the road a minimum of 3 hours earlier than this, if not sooner. But, you know, when there's only 3 of us, because my beloved aunt also came to help, which was a godsend. There's no way we would have finished before 7 or 8 without her. So, big shout out to my Aunt Marianne. I love you so, so much, and I appreciate you. But we are on our way to go meet my dad, who has the U-Haul. We had to go get a tow package because U-Haul didn't have one. Yes, I'm dropping a brand. Not too pleased with it, because not only did they not provide us with the furniture pads that were a part of the contract, but with the car hauler, there was no strap downs. So, yeah, we had to chase it down, and my dad had to go buy some from freaking Home Depot. So, we're a lot of it later than we wanted to be, because I don't have much gas in me. This was a very, very long day. I stayed out way too late last night with the wrestlers, but I love my wrestlers. You all know who you are. I'm not going to name drop who was there and who wasn't there, because if you weren't there, I have words. Some of you already know that I have words. I am not, I'm sad. I'm sad with some of you. I'm not mad. You guys know me well enough. I don't get mad. I don't hold grudges. But y'all knew I was leaving. You knew it was the last chance. I talked to a lot of you a long time ago about it. So. But I love you all anyway. So thank you to everyone that was there, and thank you so much to every single wrestler for the last month that has let me do your measurements, be it for gear, be it if you're getting a cosplay or new boots, whatever it is. I had a lot of fun with it. It was my honor to be able to do all of that for you and now have it on hand. A lot of you are already talking to me about gear. Some of you even looked at swatches and were picking things out. So I am very, very excited to work on your stuff, and that is so, so, so soon. The sewing room area, still deciding how I'm going to run that. That's a whole thing. That's going to be its own video. Yeah. Ice fishers. Freak me out. I don't like seeing people on the ice. So thankfully I'm moving somewhere that I will never have to see that again, because that is like one of my biggest fears. So, I don't like water as it is. And then I'm moving to a peninsula. Anywho, yeah. So we're cruising. Puppies have been very, very anxious today. Very anxious. I unfortunately forgot to give Sam his anxiety medication, so I have to make sure that I give him a nice strong dose tonight, and we are going to try and get as far as we can tonight. I am not a dark nighttime driver. My dad is an over-road trucker, so he don't give a crap. So I am going to be relying on him to push me out of my comfort zone, and we originally wanted to get to the Kentucky line, and that's probably not going to happen. So that means that the van is probably going to have to run, because we are not going to get to warm enough sleeping temperatures without it running. And I do have the snakes. I have to double check their hot hands. I can show you that setup. Yeah, my aunt packed my tripod. I have no idea where it is. So there's going to be a lot of struggles in this situation. Yeah. So we're going to get a bite to eat. We have not eaten all day. I have had 1 cup of coffee, no water, no food. We were on a mission, and then we started finishing up, and we were like, oh, no wonder we were gassing out. So hopefully with some good food and, you know, company with the dogs, and knowing that my dad is going to be behind/ahead of me, I'm probably going to try and follow him as best I can, because he's more comfortable on this path, because he does work this path. This is something that he does drive. Not all the way down, but he does go very, very south with his job, being an overroad trucker. So, yeah, we are at Alex's Market, I think is what it's called. I don't know if this is only north or not, but they have really good food. So this is where we're gonna get dinner, and we're gonna eat, and we're gonna hit the road. And I still have to pick up dry ice. I do have. Oh, that's my dad right there. Ah, he's already here. Hey, be nice. Yeah, that's gonna be fun for this drive. I'm gonna go help my dad really quick. I probably should have just parked down there. I don't know why I didn't do that. But the kids are going to struggle a little bit because there is food and they can smell it, and I have to be very cautious. But I got greedy and I took the ice cream from my freezer, so I don't know how long it's gonna last. But I'm getting dry ice because I have to get Dooley down there, and that's gonna be a whole video too. Y'all don't know who he is, then yeah, you'll learn. But I'm gonna help my dad, so I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, so sitting here eating my kielbasa from Alex's, and we got the truck loaded. Took us about an hour. Got dinner. I'm eating. We are now moving. We have another stop to make, unfortunately, because I didn't make it till earlier to get dry ice. So I'm gonna go get dry ice because Dooley is on the road with us, along with some leftover rats for the Snakey's first meal down there, and then I'll have to find a new producer. I really don't want to order from online, but I might have to. So, oh, I think it's wet. Oh, what do we do with that? But yeah. So, finish up my kielbasa. We are on the road, sort of. Got another stop. We gotta get some zip ties, put straps. Still long ass straps. And dry ice. That way Dooley makes it down. And I can keep my promise with Tyler Nolan. And hopefully get something really cool out of it. I don't know if he even remembers what we had going these years ago when I was supposed to take the trip with my now ex-husband, who shall not be named. Yeah, I'll save that story for another day too, because this is gonna be a thing, especially being down there. It sure as heck beats all this. Like, what is this? Why? Final moments in the state. The day was so nice, and then so, oh, you're on the road. You don't like to drive in these conditions. You think you're gonna leave me in one piece. Hold my beer. Welcome to Michigan. So, that is what we have going on. It is currently about 6:15 p.m. on Saturday. We wanted to be on the road between like 1 and 2, 3 at the very latest. So, we're definitely running late, especially with another stop that we need to do. It is not ideal, but we got this. I'm going to push through as late as I can so we can get as south as we can. My dad's used to it. I'm not. I'm definitely not a long distance driver. I'm not a nighttime driver. And I have 4 dogs. So, I think when we get to Meyer, I'm going to go get dry ice. I might try and send my dad in so I can feed the dogs. That way you don't have to stop again. But we'll see what he wants to do. I was going to try and feed them while he was towing up the truck, strapping up the truck. And that didn't go to plan because I was trying to help. And then I didn't end up helping, and I made it worse. So, I should know better than to touch a truck driver's tow straps. I've only been a truck driver my whole life. So, I'm just rambling. I'm extremely tired. I don't think we're going to make it very far tonight. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try my dang hardest. I will feel a lot better once I have the dry ice and the styrofoam cooler for the snakes. Well, not for the snakes, for Dooley. Dooley is a snake. But the food for the snakes, that's where I was getting to. And I have some food in me now, so that'll help wake me up a bit. And I gotta hydrate, so I'm gonna grab tea and water from the back when we stop as well. And we're gonna try to get as long and as far down south as we possibly can. If I can make it to 3 a.m. for my friends in the bar, I should at least be able to make it to midnight. Just not as, far as it's gonna get us as we originally planned, but that is the passenger seatbelt alert because I have dogs and I lost their seatbelts, so I do not have them. So you will hear that intermittently. I have my seatbelt on, you can see that. I don't not ever wear a seatbelt, but when you have a 35-pound dog sitting on a sensor, let alone 2 35-pound dogs right now sharing a seat because I have food in my lap. Yeah. So, and there goes my park. Bye, park. I don't know why it has us going this way. I'm surprised I didn't just have us jumping on. I'm confused. Oh, it's going to have us take 23 down. Interesting. This is going to be an interesting thing. I've never really driven very far before, especially on my own. And normally, my long drive is going north, which is to Sheboygan to see my beloved cousin. So, and I've only done that maybe 3 times. So this is going to be quite the adventure. I am very, very grateful, very lucky. I'm going to make sure that's not a strap. That's a strap. Okay, well, the last clip got cut off a bit. Yeah, that was fun. We were battling with straps. So, Dad had to go get zip ties for the straps that are ridiculously long from Home Depot. And then I had to get dry ice, which I believe in the last clip I told you about. So we got everything settled. We made it down to Milan. I got to feed the dogs. We picked up lots of coffee. And we have been on the road. We have officially broken to Ohio. I am officially out of Michigan. I was a few miles back. I forgot to remind my dad that I wanted to stop at the welcome centers for photos. It's dark anyway. It is 9:30, almost on the dot. My van, for some reason, the time is always off. It's always behind, so it says 9:26, but it's probably closer to 9:30 to be exact. We are cruising. My goal is to reach Kentucky. My dad doesn't. He's not sure if I should or could do it. I'm running on vibes right now. Dogs are passed out. They are happy. They actually got to run around the dog park. It was lit without being lit, which is why I didn't take a video. I should have anyway, because it was kind of their first time at the Love's dog parks, and they were super happy and running around. Sam unfortunately ran into a picnic table, but I had forgotten to medicate him this morning, so I definitely made sure to medicate him. He decided to skip dinner, which made me feel really guilty, but everyone else is all set, and we are just cruising. I will check on the snakes at our next stop, be it for more coffee, because my dad goes through coffee like water. I normally do, I can, but I forgot to put ice in mine, so it's hot. It's hot. So I have to be cautious, because when the temperature is hot, it can irritate the skin, which seems weird, but anything that you like drink or eat that creates a flush can actually irritate my skin. I have to try and reduce the risk of flush. Doesn't sound great when moving to Florida, but the humidity should protect me at least a little bit, and I have a really good skincare system anymore, thanks to my absolutely beloved esthetician 4 years that got on my case. I really wish I would have been able to see her before I left. Kayla, if you're watching this, I highly doubt it. But I love you and I appreciate you, and I am so sorry that I didn't get to see you. Yeah, we're just kind of cruising. I'm following my dad. One, I'm keeping an eye on the straps, and two, he knows where he's going. And it's a lot easier for me to obviously follow the taillights than trying to go somewhere the first time myself. He knows how I am, and I'm very grateful that he is doing this for me. Like, when he told me, one, I thought he was actually moving with me, and I was really excited because I love my dad. We've had our rocky patches, but I absolutely love my dad, and I would love nothing more for him to be down there, not only with me, but then he would also be, I think, a little closer to my sister than what we are already. But there's a couple other factors that I'm not going to speak on, just in case he does watch this. I'm not sure if he will. He's not really the vlogger type of guy. I don't even know if he listens to podcasts. But, yeah. Anywho, we're just kind of cruising. We're finding our groove. I'm hoping to break Ohio tonight. I would like to not sleep in Ohio. If you're from Michigan, you understand. Nothing against Ohio. No, for real. I really don't care. I just really want to get as far as I possibly can tonight. One, to prove it to myself and all of my haters, including myself, that I could drive late into the night. And I'm just excited. I am running on vibes and excitement and counting down, and also knowing that we had a really late start, so if I can make up for it by not being a baby on the road, then that would be great, because we will have extremely limited time when we get down there, and I would like to get down there as fast as possible for the sake of getting a little bit of time to hopefully enjoy a little bit of leisure with my dad before he leaves. He is planning to leave no later than Thursday. I don't know if he plans morning or afternoon or evening or what on Thursday. He told me Thursday, because he's going back to work the next week. So I'm sure he wants to go home for a bit instead of bouncing from truck to truck to truck, because this crazy man packed his personal truck, drove this whole past week. This is a father's love, for real. Drove this whole past week for work, like thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. Sleeps. It's a sleeper truck. He's an over-the-road trucker. Sleeps in his truck where his personal truck is parked. Wakes up this morning, jumps in his personal truck, goes and gets the trailer to haul his personal truck to drive me down, and then literally has me meet him. We get to U-Haul, and then I've kind of sort of kept you guys up to date on that. It was a lot of it hectic. Just not downplaying. A lot of it hectic, but we got it. I kind of wish I was able to do a bit of a walkthrough. We didn't get to do as deep of clean as we wanted before, or at least I wanted before we left. Ooh, we ran out of lighting. Oh well, you can hear me and sort of see my face. Yeah, this tells me I need to stop talking, right? But yeah, definitely didn't get as deep of a clean as I wanted. My Aunt Marianne was on top of it though. A room would get cleared out and she would vacuum, wiped everything down, did all the windows, like as much as we possibly could. The only thing that wasn't done was a deep clean on the carpets, which I put down and absolutely saturated the carpets with my go-to cleaner, and I left behind an oxy cleaner for my friend Adam to help with in the post move. that way we can get on the road. He was planning to help, wasn't able to, which stunk because I would have loved to spend more time with him before I was out of there, but not waiting on no one. Literally 3 of us all day, and I felt like I did the least amount, which sucks. But man, my dad and my aunt are like a freaking tornado together, and we're a FedEx family, so you can imagine like the stacking and the coordination, and like that's how my dad met my Aunt Marianne. And I think, don't quote me because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is who had introduced my parents. Maybe if this takes off a little bit, I might talk to my dad about it, like on a video at some point. I don't know. Depends on how serious this ends up being. This could just be for the trip and then turn into kind of like more of a business vlog, but we will see. Hopefully it's not just a trip move vlog and I continue it, at least a little bit. But oh, what does that say? It's all lit up. Perrysburg, Wood County, Ohio. Okay, let's go. Just cruising through. Oh, look, a Costco. Yeah, it's gonna be fun watching like all the businesses change. I've never been this south, and when I was, I pretty much slept the whole time because someone else was driving, aka my dad, in a 40-foot coach with the motorhome full of dogs. It was super fun. I would love to share that story, if or when I get to that. We'll see. But I'm gonna stop jibber jabbering. I'm going to focus on the road, listen to the message, and just thank God for this opportunity and this blessing on how everything has come together, and the help and support I had from my dad, continue to have from my dad, as well as my Aunt Marianne, just having my back, believing in me and believing in this change and what it's going to do for me, just means the world. So I will see you in the next clip. Alrighty, we have made it to Sydney, Ohio. This is where we're going to pull off for the night. For now, we're going to take a power nap and get going. Puppies can stretch their legs. I loves. Come on, kiddos. We're going to get the herding bowl out in the morning to wear them out. Hi, Sam. He's a good boy. That way everybody can run and stretch and play. This is where we're at for the night. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. The plan for the van did not work out, so the seats are up, so I'm sleeping in the driver's seat. That's why it's only going to be a power nap. We're just going to recharge for a little bit, and Crypto's taking a poo. Let me go get a bag. At these places, I use their poo bags because they're not cheap. I will use my own once I get home. But yep, we're gonna pull up for the night. Find a spot, tuck in for a couple of hours. You know, we're talking like maybe 3-4 hours, just to kind of power up, get on the road nice and early, get through the deep part of the city, and picking up dog poop and trying to close the bag up with one hand is interesting. So sorry for the angles. But, yeah, here we are. Alright, see you in the morning. Okay, it is 6:30 in the morning. I did not sleep very good. I thought I could crash out, but, Charla was not very comfortable with whatever. There was a hotel across the street, so there was a lot of movement she didn't appreciate, so the barking and the, yeah, but right now, we got the puppies, the dog park. Oh, they see Papa. Everybody's gotten some exercise. We're going to get back on the road. I'm going to go pick myself up, brush my teeth, all that kind of stuff. Might not change till later. I just kind of slept in what I had. That's why I packed comfy clothes. So get a few more hours on the road, and then we'll stop and get the rest of the morning deeds done between, breakfast for these guys and all that good stuff. So see you in a bit. Alright, a couple things. So went over, I think my dad said it was the Cincinnati River, straight into Kentucky. What is with the Midwest and these big ass bridges? I'm not a bridge person, I'm not a water person, so it was pretty, but I was white knuckling it, which freaked my dogs out, so they were trying to get on the lap because I was panicking, and it's already been a morning. Whether or not I put that clip up, we'll see. Might be a later explanation just because of the situation. But officially in Kentucky, we are about 40 to 45-ish minutes away from the next Love's stop. I'm gonna stop, take care of the doggos. We're gonna find hopefully a nearby dollar store of some kind. I need to get another tote for the snakes. Again, explanation coming later. It's been a morning, but we are on the road. We are cruising along, and we're getting through everything. And I am just very there. There is a reason that God put it in my dad's heart and gave him the ability to do this with me and for me, because if this morning would have happened by myself, I don't know what I would have done by myself. So, very, very grateful. Everything happens for a reason. I am a true believer in that. Even when you don't understand and you get frustrated and you may be crying and you may just want to scream and punch things and whatever, there is always a reason. I definitely don't understand this one. This one hurts. But me and the dogs are okay, and we're getting through everything. So, doing what we gotta do. I'm going to, I guess, experience Waffle House at some point. My dad is like dead set on going to Waffle House on the south. I hear about it, good and bad, so here for the adventure. I think my dad is determined to also get a room tonight versus camping in our cars. Well, my van, him in the U-Haul, which I agree, because I woke up and I did not have legs. I kind of wish I would have been able to get it on camera because it was hilarious. I stepped out of the van and just nearly collapsed. My van was holding me up. My dad was laughing. Just the lactic acid buildup in my legs and my legs being bent over the seat while I was sleeping all night. Just not good, no bueno. So, yeah. But we are going. We are in Kentucky. Once we get to the Loves, the dogs are going to have a nice long break. We're going to have breakfast. I did pack the herding bowl in here for them. That way they can go ahead and play with that. So I'm kind of hoping that it's another gravel one versus the grass, because I really liked that. At the thing that was sent me. I already forgot. We've been talking about our path and the pit stops and everything, cities and towns, and I get very lost very quickly. It all mushes together, and this has been a rough morning. So, yeah, I liked the gravel because it was really easy to spot where people hadn't picked up after their dogs. So I went ahead and picked up everything because I didn't want my dogs to get their nose in it, and I don't know what situation those dogs were in. Like, I always hope that people don't not take their dogs to the vet, but obviously my dogs are fully vaccinated, but there's still that risk, like that, just like with us, they can still catch what they're vaccinated for. And that's just, nope. So I don't risk it. So with this one, I may walk through a little more, because I didn't walk through the last one. Last night we went to the small dogs, there was nothing. Today we went to the large dogs and there was a bunch. So, because the pen size was different. So, we'll see. I'll probably go through, do a quick walkthrough, and pick up what I need to pick up, because I don't like them getting exposed to all of that. So, and I also got to try and get a photo of my legs. I'm hoping today we get to warm enough weather to change into shorts. I might change into shorts just for the drive, and then keep my joggers out, just to throw on if it stays cold. But the temperature's already rising. Obviously it's daytime now, but we're getting more and more south, so definitely worth it. Very exciting. Bit of grief this morning, little, like I said, situation is going to be shared. It's hard for me, and I really can't get it out. I did a video explaining everything, and I don't think you could understand me. So I'm gonna keep the clip, because I might take little clips out of it to kind of preface this a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how I end up putting it all together, because I got a lot of clips to edit and squish together for this whole trip. So, but until then, I will see you when we get to the loves in the next clip. Alrighty, we are cruising again. We are in Kentucky still. Georgetown. Good timing. See the water tower. So that's cool. We are just cruising right along. Dogs are wiped out. We spent quite a bit of time at that dog park just letting them run. I wasn't with them too much. My dad stayed with them while I did my running and changed and freshened myself up a little bit, except I lost my toiletries bag, so I need to find that. Otherwise, I'm going to be stopping at a dollar store and getting a new toothbrush and all that good stuff. Thought I had it in here. I know it's in here. I just don't know where to put it. But, yeah. So, we're going to cruise, again, as long as we can, especially with the dogs passed out. They are out cold. They went hard. They were cracking people up. They're like, it sounded like dog fights, but if anyone had seen videos or photos of the dogs playing with their herding ball at the Byron house, that's what was going on in the middle of this tiny little home duck dog park in the middle of a truck stop. So, quite funny. My dad kept up going. Charla pulled a giant root out of the ground somehow. I had found it. I didn't want Sam to get tripped up on it, so I tried to kick it out, couldn't budge it. And then I come back from getting their water for their food, and there's my dad picking it up, going, "Your dog tore this out of the ground." I was like, she can have it for a minute. She's fine. As long as she's not eating it, I don't care if she shreds it. They're not going to care if she shreds it, obviously. It was just a random chunk of wood in the ground. So they're happy. They are wore out. I kind of wish I could pan you safely so you can see, because it's just a clump of dogs. I mean, Crypto's beside me, as always, but clump of dogs right now. Quite funny. But yeah, so cruising right along. I'm gonna have to make another pit stop. I gotta get the dog's medication. I forgot at the stop. I should have asked my dad to help me with a couple of the errands, like smaller errand stuff, but it's what it is. That's what happens. So, we gotta stop anyway and still get a tote for the snakes, because I'm gonna separate them a little bit better. But, yeah, so we'll see. I will see you in the next clip, just doing little mini updates while we're on the road. Okay, well, I was trying to get some videos and photos while we were going through the horse country in upper Kentucky, and yeah, we're in Cumberland now. I believe. Laurel River Lake Recreation Area sign right there. We're about to stop at another Love's. Making a lot of stops. Dad just kind of got on me about it, but my ear started struggling in the mountains, like with the ups and downs, so gotta stop, take some meds. Got the dogs their stuff this morning. I realized they didn't get a breakfast. Had too many other things going on. Found my toiletries bag. You're gonna hear them crunching. My amazing aunt bought them Himalaya chews for the road, so they're super happy. Totally in their element back there. We're gonna let them play at the park again at the Loves. I need to soak the little man. He's finally shedding. Of course, right as we get on the road, he got his nose off, and now it's stuck because now he's dried out. So we're gonna soak him, and then hopefully this will be our last stop for a number of hours, because stopping every hour is slowing down our progress. I'm just worried about the mountains, so I gotta make sure that I take my nose spray and my allergy medicine, my antihistamine. That way, hopefully, all of this opens up. I already have really, really bad issues with it. So whatever I can do to help. While we were there, I got at the last Loves, I got gum, and it's doing absolutely no good. Hard swallowing, drinking lots of water, doing no good. So I gotta take my meds anyway. So thankfully I left them pretty accessible. Just gotta stop and deal with that. Dad's gonna play with the dogs in the dog park while I deal with the snake and get my allergy meds going, so hopefully I don't end up with a massive headache like I had earlier. We also needed to stop and eat. Neither of us eat too much, so had a big old plate at a Waffle House. My first Waffle House experience. Woo, I guess. I left my phone in with the dogs just in case. But for what, I don't know. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna stop. Hopefully I can get a cute video of them playing at this one. Hopefully it's a little bit spacier and doesn't have a bunch of random benches and stuff in it like the last one. The dogs did fine in it, but Sam crashed once and he stops playing. Then he just stands there and bark, 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 bark. So hopefully that's not going to be the case now, and we can start cruising, because we've hardly put a dent in the gas from this morning, so we need to really start cruising. And it's rinky-dinky tiny. Okay, I see the dog park right now. Great. At least I can park right by it. Well, it's a little bigger than the last one. We'll be alright. Okay, see you in the next clip. Okay, hopefully it is going to be the last night clip of the trip. So, Dad decided hotel was going to be good. We found a Motel 6, and they're very pet friendly with no issues. So we are tucked in for the night. I just had a nice shower. The water pressure sucked, but clean water felt great. And that's softer than what I'm used to. So, from the Holly House, even with filters, double filters. So, we're getting ready to go to sleep and get a fresh start tomorrow. I already checked on the snakes. They are both fine. Everybody has gone to the bathroom, so I'm assuming that was the problem. Sadly. But yeah. Another story for another day when I am not extremely tired. So, everyone have a wonderful night, and I will see you in the next clip. Good morning. We are waking up at the Motel 6 and we have palm trees. I've noticed that. Now, pulled in really late last night. Really tired. Like dead tired. Got the puppies. Got to sleep good in a bed. Thank goodness for Motel 6 being so pet friendly. So fresh start. Got a shower. Ready to go for the day. We got about 6.5 hours left, I think, total of the whole drive. I think we're going to try and push through as long as we can. Maybe only do one gas stop. So, fingers crossed, I'm going to get the puppies fed and we're going to get out of here. See you in the next one. Alrighty, Hounds crew. We are in Georgia. We've been in Georgia for a minute. We're just kind of cruising through. We got everything situated at the motel this morning. Dogs got to eat. We stopped, filled up the U-Haul. I had only burned a quarter tank, but figured why not top her off so we can get as far as we can. Of course, they didn't have the coffee that I've been drinking. I tried a different one and it ran through me, so we had to stop again. But whatever. We are good. Puppies are knocked out. You can hear Crypto. He's fidgeting a little bit right now, getting re-situated. Yeah, we're cruising. We're gonna be out here a while. We got about 4.5-ish hours left of the total drive, so we're gonna have at least one more gas stop. We're trying to just push through. We're gonna get gas that last time. I'll probably gas up myself because this runs about half of that. So when that runs a half a tank, I ran roughly a quarter. Especially when we were in the mountains, it was rough. But had a good night's sleep despite the yawning. I am tired. This has been a lot. Yesterday was rough. Snakes are good today. You know, like I said in the last clip, I kind of wish I would have had my dad come in and take some pictures or a little video clip, but I needed both hands, so I had pulled the snakes out in the motel and let them soak in the sink. They were not having it. Obviously there was no lid, so they were just like wiggly worms. And Beltan, of course, decided to be a little bit snappy and sassy. I can't wait for her to calm down. She's going to be gorgeous, and I really want her to calm down. So, especially being in the area where educational shows are so prominent, it would be awesome if she would be absolutely gorgeous as she can be, as she will be with her genetics, being Sunset, and being able to be calm and help my kids. She's just very young, very skittish still. Hopefully she'll start calming down. I'll be able to handle her a lot more. I'm just going to kind of start pushing her buttons a little more. If I get bit, I get bit. Thankfully, constrictors are not venomous, and if she realizes she bites and I don't care, hopefully it'll make her stop. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. She could just have a really spicy character, which would be a bummer. She's going to be big, and being in an area where kid shows and all that kind of stuff are prominent, it would be really cool. It's just cool. Sorry for the yawning. But yeah, we're just cruising through Georgia right now. It was really cool to see like watching the tree types change. I really wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh look, palm trees, and then I'm noticing, you know, a lot of the foliage, there we go, is different than what I'm used to. So I'm just kind of like, whoa, like a little kid. You know, I've never been this south. To my knowledge, I know I've been to Tennessee. So I've been through Kentucky and everything, but I've never been this south. To my knowledge, like I said. Been to Virginia to see my sister back in the day, but that's as far as I know. I don't think I've ever been in these states. Maybe when I was really tiny as a little baby, that would have been it. So yeah, just having fun, just trying to keep up with my dad, who's used to all of this, and my back is definitely giving out. My legs are definitely giving out. But we're getting there. We are getting there. I'm excited. We are officially in way, way warmer weather. It is 71 degrees. I'm so happy. I have a sun shirt on, which I'm probably going to lose my jacket pretty dang soon. While we're cruising, yeah. I'm happy I packed a sun shirt because it's just blue skies and sun and warmth, and I'm already so happy. And it still hasn't quite hit that we're living down here. I figured it would have by now, like, you know, being 2 nights away from our normal bed and our home. But I think it's gonna take me a second. But yeah, I'm excited. Very, very excited. Just wanted to do a little update clip. The clips are kind of getting a little short because I'm running out of memory. I forgot to upload the last wrestling shows that I had, so I have to upload those to YouTube as well, which I do those in private. Please don't ask for those. I do those specifically for the wrestlers, for my friends. What they choose to do with the links is up to them, if they make it public or not. They shouldn't be, because it's a little disheartening for the professional videographers and photographers there. So that's one thing that I tell them. I'm like, this is for your personal backplay. This is not to share. If you do choose to share it when the official video comes out, I highly recommend linking to that. And that goes for all wrestlers, or anyone that has, you know, like even myself, I get my clips. Now, my performances don't typically make it to the main videos. Kids, Amara, let him back there. He's hot up here. Hey, excuse me. They're like toddlers. Don't touch me. You're okay, girl. I lost my train of thought, but yeah, when you have a performance and it's professionally done and you like to take your own videos off the side, I just highly, highly recommend linking the official video to help that company out. Make sure to give them credit. You know, the whole production and everything is way better than what you get off of your cell phone. You know, whether it's yours or a friend recording for you or whatever it is, definitely just try to link it up if you're utilizing that and help promote not only your promotion but also the company that puts in the work to make the production for you, and keep you looking good, especially Life in Contrast Media. Rhonda McKenzie, like, I'm really, really sad that I never got to do the ideas that I had with them before I left, but this was very out of the blue. So, alright, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Sorry, rambling again. So I will see you in the next clip, and not sure if it'll still be in Georgia or if we're gonna try and push through to Florida. I have no idea. Champney River? So I have no idea where we're at. I'm just following my dad. He went on a different path than I had mapped out, so I'm just here. There's a lot of water right now, which is very, very pretty. Very pretty. I can't wait to see River Skater. Yeah.
Incoming call.
Guys, we made it. Finally got my coat off too. This is just a really, really thin sun shirt that I got super obsessed with. Walking up here, there was someone changing a tire and they're doing all kinds of agricultural stuff. Hold on. Wait to see a critter. But this is also very busy, so maybe not. Okay, hang on. There it is. There she is. Okay, Hounds crew. We are about an hour away from the U-Haul spot where we're gonna be getting my dad's truck off of the toy hauler to see if he was the one that was meeting. I thought I was meeting with my landlord. Not 100% sure yet. Thought I would hear from him by now, so a little bit worried, but I'm also just cruising. It is gorgeous out. It is 82 degrees according to my van. My phone says 79, so somewhere in between there. Sunny, blue skies, white fluffy clouds. I will take that all day, every day. And that's literally what I gave myself at this point. So obviously minus rain days and all that, but puppies are still doing good from the last stop. Snakes are still doing all right from the last stop. I just kind of want my AC to kick in a little better. I might have to get it recharged. It's not blowing too cold, which I'm not too impressed with, but that's okay. We're coming from, you know, cold weather, not hot weather, so she's just gotta wake up. But yeah, about an hour away. I'm excited. I'm so excited. It still feels very, very surreal. Like, it's gonna take a minute to click that this is my reality and no longer just a dream. So thank you to everyone that made this possible, and thank you for being here and watching this. Whoever you are, you could be absolutely no one, and I could be talking to myself. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. Here she is. We're parked. We just finished unpacking the U-Haul, so I can give you a tour now. It ain't much. We hired a crew to help us unload, and they got here really early, so I didn't get to do this before. So it's gonna be crowded and definitely not set up the way it needs to be. But this is space, back door, kitchen. Everything is nice. The guy was in the middle of redoing it. He wasn't even gonna list it yet. His girlfriend talked him into it because they were like, oh, no one's gonna be interested right away, so give it time. And of course I needed it right away, so they were super, super generous, super sweet, said yes. They were like, as long as, you know, you're okay with us working around you. I said, absolutely, I can even help, because y'all helped me out big time. So this is a 3-bed, obviously closet, 3-bed, 2-bath house. We now have a house. Has a cute little yard. I'll show you in a minute. So still figuring out what room is going to be what. The linen closet. I don't have lights on or anything right now. The natural sun is good enough for me. And the master bed. So my bed's going to take up pretty much the whole space, but the closet's behind here. Super nice. Bathroom with another shower. They're full baths. They're small, but they will do. Oh yeah, this is the room we stayed in last night. I don't think I quite got a clip of that or anything. So yeah, we stayed on an air mattress last night because the power came on a lot sooner than we were expecting. Stand back up. But yeah, so this is our new little house that we're staying in, that we're renting. A little too much, but it's all right. It's a work in progress. We're a work in progress. The people were amazing. They're awesome. He's a major businessman. I'm a major businesswoman. So we already have stuff in the works. So it's cool. It's exciting. You know, we still got to replace the blinds and do a number of things. He's like, I mean, I can repaint it. We already repainted it. If you need this, if you need that. And I'm like, honestly, I have a roof over my head and AC, and we got to go turn the water on and all that. But that's what I cared about. And the fact that, like, now I can separate things the way that I had it. Doesn't have a laundry room, so I still have to find a laundromat to work out of in terms of that, which, but beggars can't be choosers. I was gonna have to do that out of the apartment. Now we have more room. We have a massive kitchen. We have all of these things. Like the snakes are gonna be set. Like, yeah. So there she is. Let me go ahead and show you outside. Give me a second here. I'm blind you. Stay. I already left the dogs in here. This is the front. So we're not too far off the road, but it's a lot quieter than the main road. There's Gertie. Little AC unit. Yard's over here. Got a lot of cleanup to do. They, like I said, they weren't even ready to list it. They were going to wait another week and spend more time on it. But something told them to list it, and I got it 2 hours after, and they could have said no and told me to delay it. So the property goes from the house back to pretty much these trees, from my knowledge. Might go slightly back to like that longer brown grass. I don't know. I still have to talk to him about that. You know, but we got a nice little yard. There's lights all the way around, which is really nice, walking the dogs at night. We already had a little friend out here last night. It was a Cuban tree frog. And I had immediately started crying because one of my besties I left behind, her favorite thing is a tree frog, so I knew that it was a sign that everything was going to be okay. And to me, that was her in spirit with me my first night. So yeah, like little things, but that's the van. Nice driveway. I can probably get 3 cars in here when I have visitors, because I can pull up right up here too. But there she is.